Yes, Sporting Lisbon have informed the Portuguese Stock Exchange that Manchester United are prepared to pay Rúben Amorim's release clause. Now, this is something that Sporting have to do because their shares are listed on the Portuguese Stock Exchange, and they've just released a statement that says that they've been approached by Manchester United, and United want to employ their manager, Rúben Amorim. And of course, Amorim has a release clause, and the statement says that United have told Sporting that they're prepared to pay the €10 million release clause to get Rúben Amorim. Now, €10 million is about £8 million. Now, my reading of the situation is that if Sporting have taken this step, then it is getting to the stage where it's almost certain that Rúben Amorim is going to be the next Manchester United manager.
Yeah, because it seemed like, if anything, this was going to be the kind of little bump in the road. So do you feel like once this is sorted, it's going to happen pretty quickly?
Well, the statement doesn't say that Sporting have agreed to release Rúben Amorim, but it says that this release clause exists, and it confirms that United have offered to pay it. So I think we are now in the situation where Rúben Amorim is going to pretty quickly become the United manager. I don't think Sporting would have taken this step of releasing this statement unless everything was pretty advanced. Now, of course, it was only yesterday that Erik ten Hag lost his job as the United manager, but we all know how football talks. We know other candidates would have been sounded out. We know that succession plans would have been in place. But normally we don't get these kind of statements in this kind of situation. But this is an official statement that Sporting have released to the Portuguese Stock Exchange. And it gives you an insight into exactly what is going on behind the scenes. And what is going on behind the scenes is what we and others have been reporting, that United have said to Sporting, we are prepared to pay the release clause. And obviously we know Rúben Amorim wants to move to Manchester United as well. And this statement makes it very, very clear that I think this is going to move very quickly, and there's a real chance that he could be in charge in time for the game against Chelsea at the weekend.
I was going to say that when we're looking at timelines, that's what fans want to know, because obviously United in Carabao Cup action tomorrow night against Leicester, but then it's a huge game on the weekend against Chelsea.
Yes, I think obviously this probably means that Ruud van Nistelrooy is only going to be in charge for one game against Leicester. Rúben Amorim will probably have his final game as Sporting head coach in their League Cup game this evening. But the optics of this are quite interesting as well, because, you know, when you sack a manager, there needs to be a sort of little bit of a degree of separation between the sacking and the appointment of a new manager, because you don't want to just sack somebody and then an hour later announce that you've got somebody else in place. So you need to create that sort of separation between the sacking and the appointment. I don't think United would want to say, you know, in the morning yesterday, we've sacked Erik ten Hag, and the evening we've going to appoint Rúben Amorim. It needs to look as if everything was done properly. I'm not saying that things weren't done properly, but the fact that Sporting have released this statement, this official communication, is very, very significant.
You say official communication. We've actually got the letter now, so just show the viewers at home. You just recap this and kind of explain what this means. How's your Portuguese?
Well, my Portuguese is not great, but basically, this is an official communication from Sporting informing the Portuguese Stock Exchange and the financial authorities in Portugal that Manchester United have offered to pay the full release clause, which is €10 million. Now, my Portuguese isn't great. I'm not sure that that says that it has been accepted, but I think Sporting just have to inform the Portuguese Stock Exchange that this offer has been made. And by doing this, it obviously means that this is very, very advanced, and it's likely to happen